Hello friends, my name is Alex Korekis, and I want to welcome you to my Finding Lost Civilization series. Today we're in a place called Red Tank Draw, which is located in the state of Arizona near the town of Sedona. There's many petroglyphs in this little small canyon with this fantastic stream or river running through it. So let's go explore this area, let's have some fun, and let's see if we can gain some knowledge. Well friends, I've been searching this small little draw here for about half an hour, and I'm almost becoming discouraged because I couldn't find any signs of life. And I saw these three large slabs here laying on its side, and so I decided to climb up it. So as I came up on this slab, the first thing I noticed, or I wasn't sure what I noticed, was a spiral, an ancient spiral. Can you see it right here? It's pecked into the stone. This is very old. It's barely discernible. And look at this. This is absolutely fantastic. Look at this. It's a symbol of a cross. Although the natives here weren't Christian, the symbol of the cross is very old and actually predates Christianity. And look at this here. This is another cross type symbol. Look at this. This is very, very old. And right above it, I saw another spiral. So I was very excited because these symbols that I'm seeing here are very ancient. And as I came up to this wall, I started to see some petroglyphs. So let's go explore them. But oh my goodness, look at this directly to our front. I tell you, when you come to a site, you have to stay because things become visible that you don't initially see. Look at these. Look at these. These are cooking implements. This is the mortar. And of course the pestle is missing, which is a large rock to do the grinding or the pounding. So ancient life definitely existed here. And this is fairly typical. It's near water. I came across this large boulder. And as I started to look around, I saw these symbols over here, which is really fantastic. Right above us, you can see these symbols right here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 8. What are they? Possibly antelope. And look at that. Right above that is a figure of a man. And then I saw another figure of a man right here. And another one below it. And as I looked around several times, I began to notice things that I had not noticed in my first initial look. This is the thing. You really have to sit and contemplate what you're looking at. To see. Look at this directly here in front of us. Here is a symbol. Look at this. Here is a symbol, some type of animal symbol right over here. And there's three. There's 3 figures, human figures here. And again, you can barely discern some symbols over here. Oh my goodness, this looks like a human figure right over here. I'm not sure what's next to it. But see this over here? I'm going to come in real close. This pecking design right here. This here is placed there by the ancients. This was some form of symbol that the ancients... Oh, look at this over here. This is very dark. This could have been what we call a pictograph, okay? Which is actually painted there. Look at this right over here. Here's another symbol of an animal. Not sure what this is. And again, look, some more symbols right over here. But I tell you one of the things that I want to show you that's really interesting. Let's walk around this fantastic boulder here. And again, here's the open-air kitchen. It's really a fantastic item. Oh my goodness, look at this over here. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Look, it's a hollow point right all the way through here. What could this have been used for? I'm not sure, but this is really... I'm sure it was some kind of cooking implement. It must have been. This is really fantastic. But I want to show you over here. Again, You can see over here what's called the desert varnish. This is how a stone or a boulder would look like with lichen on top of it. And it seemed to have been some figures here at one time. Hard to discern. But look at this over here. This part of the boulder is kind of has sloughed off, has sloughed away. And look at this over here. It revealed to us that the ancients placed symbols here. There seems to be a symbol of a person there. And look at this, the spiral, the omnipresent spiral. These are very ancient. They're starting to wear away, and it's hard to really tell what they are. You can tell their age because look at over here how the patina is, so to speak, fairly clear. Lichen is starting to grow over it. And right here on the inside of the pecking, the grooves where they made their symbols, it's starting to fill in. And that takes hundreds, if not thousands, of years to do. But this is really interesting. Above it, we have a pictograph. You can see the red coloring right here. And here's a symbol. Oh my goodness, as I'm looking at it, it's a hand. Look at this, okay. Look at this. Here it is. There it is. It's a hand symbol. At first I couldn't tell what it was. Take another look right there. It's a hand symbol. This is really, really fantastic. One of the things that I did as I followed this boulder, I looked at this ledge over here. And this was a great place for a shelter, actually. So I looked inside there to see if I could find any symbols. And lo and behold, there are some symbols over here. There seems to be a symbol of a person right there. And of course, below it, again, some more symbols. Now, some of these could very well possibly be graffiti. Look at this over here, how dark the symbol is. And look how light that symbol is over there. But one of the things we have to remember, that people lived here hundreds of years ago. And so you might find a symbol that might be, for example, 1,000 years old, and a symbol next to it might only be 300 years old. So anyways, let's continue our journey. Well, friends, this is really interesting. Look at this. I wanted to show you something specifically here. You see this over here? This desert varnish, this patina, is really a living organism. And right over here, you'll notice a figure, and it's got this halo around it. This is the result of someone putting a piece of paper onto the patina there, and with a pencil or a pen, trying to etch it. It destroys this desert varnish, this patina. So please don't do that. But this is a fantastic panel. Look at this here shamanic figure. Look at the cross and the spiral. Okay, and look at this over here. This is a clan symbol. But here is something very interesting. This scene is not often depicted. Now here is a herd of either elk. You can see the antlers up there. And right over here are two animals, or it appears to be two animals with horns copulating. So, normally you see fertility scenes involving men and women. I haven't seen too many involving animals. So, it's interesting to be able to observe that. Friends, the Sinagua culture existed from approximately 500 to 1500 AD, at which time they seem to have disappeared from the archaeological record. But the interesting thing about this culture is that there are indications, I would say strong indications, that they had some type of connection, either directly or indirectly, with the cultures of Mesoamerica. Now you ask yourself, well, what is Mesoamerica? Now the general boundaries of Mesoamerica is located in central Mexico and extends southward to Costa Rica. Now you ask yourself, what type of connection did they have? We know that the Sinagua culture had access to copper bells and parrots that come from this region. Also, they constructed ball courts, which are unique to the Mesoamerican culture. We also know that they shared similar mythology in their cultures. But the fascinating thing for me is that approximately 4 years ago, I was traveling in Mexico, and I was in a coastal central state called Nayarit when I came upon an area called Alta Vista. Now, Alta Vista was a sacred site used by the Tococnine and Huichol Indians. Now, when I explored the sacred site, I came across several symbols, and lo and behold, today I see these same symbols. I'll tell you what, it was very surprising. But anyways, let me briefly share with you the symbols that I saw in Alta Vista that are similar to the symbols that we have just seen in our journey here with the Sinagua culture. This is great. Look, we've just come across a car. People in here, they're Huichol Indians or Coro Indians. They've just come up there for sacrifice, for religious purposes. They speak Spanish, so let's see if we can interview them and find out what they actually did up there. I looked in the back of their truck and I saw some incense and offering to their gods. So this is great. I mean, these are the original people here that still use this site for worship. So let's go talk to them. Okay, we're very lucky. Right here in the back bed of the truck are some of the implements used for ceremony. Here's a little gourd, and inside the gourd, there's herbs. There's herbs. They smell great. Oh, and actually, these people over here are the peyote worshippers. Here is
the peyote. ¿Quién lo viste del peyote?
Sí, peyote. This over here is a peyote. Oh, it's a beautiful, beautiful. This is used as a ceremony by the Huichol Indians. It's part of their pilgrimage. Oh, I mean, this is one in a million to be able to find one and actually hold one and see the people involved in the ceremonies. We have a fellow over there. ¿Qué tú llamas?
Me llamo Ricardo.
Ricardo.
Pero soy Ocelot.
Ocelot.
Jaguar es mi nombre.
Jaguar. Now, tú es Cora e Huichol? So we have over here a fellow who's both a Huichol and a Cora Indian. So, anyways, fabulous. Let me show you this over here. Implements. Again, for the ceremonies. Okay, but beautiful, beautiful. Candles. Okay. A little bit some Christian also. It's a mixture.
Una mezcla, ¿no?
Cora Indian,
De Coran, de
Huichol,
cristiano, de Huichol.
Christian. It's a mixture of
todo.
ceremonies that are used over here, and we'll go up to the site and we'll see it. We have incense over here, incense that's burned for the ceremony. We have these over here. Many of these implements are also used by the American Indian, Native American Indians. Very similar, very similar. So, oh, he took his peyote, huh?
Sí, no, este no es para ahí, este es para acá.
Ese para acá.
He made sure his peyote is safe. Okay, so beautiful. And look, we have deer antlers over here. Look, I mean, this is wonderful, wonderful. This is the real deal over here. I mean, you are very lucky to be able to see this.
Y este es el atecocoli. Mira.
Atecocoli.
Oh, yes, yes.
Sa.
Does it make possible?
Sí.
Yeah, see. Okay, we're going to have him do a ceremony. Okay,
Él es
this
el
is great.
hombre.
Okay, so I'm going to go.
Acá
Okay,
sí.
okay, so we're... Okay, all together. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful.
Magnífico. Qué
You
bueno.
know, this here is the real deal. This is original. I'm hoping you're enjoying it as much as I am. You know, so, gosh, this is great, fabulous.
Muchas gracias.
Now this is interesting. As I was filming the vertical face of this boulder, I noticed above it there were some more symbols. So let's take a journey around to this side. You know, on these sites, oftentimes you have to spend a good amount of time just to observe and to adjust to the terrain and to take a second look at the petroglyphs to give you a good idea of what they actually mean or where they're located or how many there actually are. So let's take a look over there. We definitely see a concentric or spiral symbol. Friends, before us we have a boulder that has been used throughout the millennium through several cultures. Look at these petroglyphs right over here. Look at the patina. Look at the color of the petroglyph compared to the rock. This here is a fairly recent one, and when I say recent, it could be 100, it could be 1,000 years old. But let me show you on the backside of this boulder. What we are about to see are the oldest petroglyphs in this area. Look at these symbols over here, these squiggly lines. If you'll notice the patina of the line, the interior of the line is exactly like the surface. And so what's happened is the outside varnish has migrated to the inside of the actual drawing or the actual symbol. It takes thousands of years for that to occur. The actual symbol to again take the same patina, the color, as the outside boulder. This symbol over here appears to be an animal. There's the tail right here. And look at the feet over here. Look at the feet. Right over here, it comes down in a series of squiggly lines.
Hey!
Friends, this is incredible. Below this great monolithic boulder, where we saw many ancient petroglyphs, There's a flat boulder right over here. And I tell you what's exciting about this flat boulder. It's laying here, maybe for hundreds of years, or grinding bowls or mortars with the pestles still laying in them. Can you imagine this? Look at this right over here. Let me show you. And friends, what would occur is in here they would place the plant material or the seed or the nut that was to be ground. And with this pestle or mano, the item would be placed in there. And it would be crushed like this or ground this way. This fits in here perfectly. I mean, this is incredible. Here's another mortar. There's another mortar over here. And look at this over here. My goodness, there's another one over here. Hard to say what this one is, but look at this. This fits in here perfectly. Look at that. Look at the configuration right over here. This is the pestle or the mano that fits this mortar. This is incredible. And look, it's formed right over here. If you put your finger in here, it's a hold. It's a finger hold. Look at this. And this is the action that would occur. This is absolutely incredible. To find this piece lost in time, what we're going to do is leave it here. My goodness, I feel so fortunate for us to have found this.
Does anyone remember who I am?